I'm gonna listen for the birds' guidance to what live plant I need to pick for my auntie's shrine. And I'm at peace right now. I did some very humanly things last night. I got a little drunk and I started going in on, some people. But what it was I was doing a project, and when some things you just can't mix, and when you have certain incidents, artists know, it may throw you off your key. It's kind of like ruining your high, making you lose your thought, you working on a project, and it was basically a little small commotion, but then I'm doing good on the project, I'm feeling good, and I get to drinking, trying to get some information from the past. I tried to speed up things because I'm like, okay, I'm working on this. Just trying to get my permissions in order and checking the T's and dotting the I's. But I let my emotions get involved in it. And I probably made people uncomfortable. And I apologize for that, but it's just something I do. But anyway, I remember when Forbes was like, oh God, he was like, have you ever thought about when people are telling you that you're special, that in fact you are? And I never thought about things like that until more recently when we started getting into our manifestation things. And let me rewind, short story time. I'm sitting in the car with my homegirl, Jess, and I was like, Jess, what's wrong? And she's like, I was like, what's so funny? Because she just keep laughing at me. And she was like, girl, because you keep breaking it down and you keep breaking it down. And I'm like, I'm explaining to you. And I'm like, I'm explaining like that because I need you to explain it to me the same way. And then she's like, okay. And I was like, what's funny about that? And she's just tickled. And then I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? Why you doing that to me? Because people be laughing and shit. And I be wondering what the fuck they laughing at sometimes, and they don't be explaining. And she was like, because you just so overtly honest and tell the truth all the time. From your head, that's something normal people don't do. And I didn't even think about what she was saying. At the time, it didn't even hit me. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe motherfuckers need to say what's on their mind. And I don't do it in a irresponsible way or when I was working. I mean, I hope I didn't, except if I was real pissed off and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to fuck all this shit up. Couple times, sometimes you lose your cool. But anyway, when I started, looking more into my culture, there's a concept of honesty with Ifa. Now, remind you, I believe that situation when I was going through was just subconscious. I didn't know why it was like that. I just knew, okay, this is what I'm thinking in my head. And I asked the person around me, did you just see that? Or did you hear them just lie like that? Like, or change it, or they'll tell you something and it don't be, I don't know. And not saying I ain't never lied. I did some scammy ass shit, and but mine was more like paperwork and things that recruiters do. Army recruiters know what time it is. But anyway, with IFA culture, the concept of honesty is something to look into if you're interested in that. I just became interested in my culture after the world and the apocalyptic in every fucking zombie movie that I done seen in my life. Every survivalist thing, you know, fucking manifest itself up at home and went in people fucking head. What else? Yeah. But anyway, I was feeling like bad or guilty because every time I show out like that, when I drink and I get the drunk texting and all of that, I feel like guilty. But right now, I don't feel guilty because I knew what I felt was important at the time. And if you're in confused and just doing shit, working, going to school. Like, I noticed a pattern whenever I would have an uncomfortable situation, whether it be relationships, tragedy, trauma, drama, whatever, I would always have an urgency to get to work or move. Either I started trying to pursue something, and I think just to keep myself distracted. But one thing that I can say that I believe I've benefited off of was my ability to change my surroundings and motherfucking move. I think that's the best thing any woman or man can do for themselves. But it's the best thing for a woman because I'm a motherfucking woman. My ability to move from city to city, state to state, or whatever, and that's something the military put in me. I mean, they moved me, and you know, and everybody can't do that, but I done seen my cousin, she passed on, rest in peace, Asia Tujalo. She never joined the military, but what was her degree in? I don't remember. It was some kind of pharmaceutical biology, technology, some shit. She was always on the computer working at somewhere, and she moved all around too. Had her son in all them damn Hasidity schools. I'm not gonna mention what schools it was, paying all kind of money and just struggling to take them kids up and down the highway to get the best life that she felt like they should have in this world, you know. But she's up there protecting her kids. But anyway, back to manifestation and all of that stuff. I have to, my aunt asked me to choose a live plant, so I'm gonna figure out which one to choose, and if you're wondering what that is, I'm an animist. I hate labels. Damn. Everybody got a different concept of fucking labels. But anyway, animist, if y'all ever seen Animal Whisper, equated to that. But in our fucking culture, motherfuckers, original people were animists. Like, that's why during tsunamis and shit in Philippines, the indigenous people managed to survive where all the motherfucking tourists and shit, people going to take vacations and all of that, half them motherfuckers died. Them people who lived there, who knew what the weather, knew the animals, was in tune to motherfucking nature, escaped to the motherfucking mountains. Now, how many people know what food to eat outside, know how to bust a cap in an animal, know weather patterns? Like, how many regular people can actually say they know something? Or maybe one or two things. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's a good idea to start researching or going to school. I don't know the technical name for it. I know it might be with like chemistry or biology or no, not anthropology. Maybe. I don't fucking know. I can't remember that shit. I graduated fucking in 2017, but I hated history, chemistry, biology. I hated all them subjects. I like science though, and I think I hated them subjects because it was some bullshit. Not all of it, but a lot of it was some bullshit, and at the time I didn't know why I didn't like it, but I know now. But anyway, let me get something to eat so I can have a full stomach and get myself ready to get these magic plants for the shrine. We're going to get some live ones, so I'm going to dig it down from the root. All right, y'all. Have a good day.